left you, but now I'm back. Basically, this time around, the content I make, it's going to be a lot of lives. I think that's just the format that I prefer, to be honest. I was doing a lot of Instagram lives when I was doing couch bants. If anyone remembers that, I was doing couch bants. That was every Wednesday on Instagram. And that was literally me speaking off the cuff. I was taking questions from people throughout the week, and then I'll incorporate some of those questions. I might have some of my own questions in there that I want to answer just for the public. I'm going to be doing more stuff like that, but on here and other platforms as well. I'm going to be talking about not just relationship stuff, not just style stuff, but also things going on in the world. I do have opinions on that, and there's always a lot going on in the world. For example, actually, it just comes to mind. It's that case with the lady Linda De Sousa, who was caught having sexual relations with a guy in Wandsworth Prison. You know, I looked at my Instagram this morning and I saw video of her appearing in court with a suitcase, thinking that she was just gonna turn up in court and then be sent her way and she was just gonna go on holiday. But that is not what happened. So apparently she's out on bail and she's not supposed to leave the country. And there were hecklers outside and reporters when she was trying to cover up her face to go to the courthouse. But what was shocking to me was looking at the comments. The comments were full of women and guys, actually. I'm not going to lie, there were a few guys in there, but loads of women complaining at the hecklers for, you know, shouting at the lady as she, the lady as she was going into the courthouse. And I just couldn't help but think, you know, and I'm not one of those people that like to make everything a men versus female situation, but I couldn't help but think if there was a man sleeping with female inmates, if there was a prison guard sleeping with female inmates and he was caught on video, this guy would be crucified. She'll be treated like the second coming, all right? Women will be saying he's abusing his power. Men would be saying he's abusing his power. It will be all over the news. It will be a top story. But in this situation, there were men rightfully upset that she's sleeping with prison inmates. And the women in the comments were just like, she hasn't done anything. She hasn't hurt anybody. They're two consenting adults. I mean, for starters, if you're an inmate, a male inmate behind bars, you cannot consent to sex anyway. You're not meant to be having sex behind bars. That's part of the punishment. So I just want to say, like, I'm going to go through from the top of my head what I think she's done wrong, because it seems like women just don't understand, and some of these guys clearly just don't understand what she's done wrong. So, having sex with an inmate just when you're a prison officer is absolutely wrong. It's against the law. So that's number one. She broke the law there. That's number one. So really, there's no other explanation needed. But after that, let's go. When someone's put in prison, they're put in prison for a reason, and they're meant to sustain the punishment that they deserve. And part of the punishment of being in prison is no sex. You're not allowed to have sex with women. You're in an all-male prison, no sex with women. That comes with the territory, all right? So she is actually getting in the way of justice, because prison's not that bad of a place if you can just have sex with women, is it? Where's the deterrent in wanting to stop yourself from going to prison if you think you can just have sex with female prison guards? You know? And it's as simple as that. So I would say, long story short, you know, when thinking about cases like this and other situations where, like, if men were in that situation, they'll be crucified, and when women are in that situation, they're not crucified. Like, I think we really need to think long and hard about how we treat things. Hello, how's it going? Someone in the comments. But yeah, I think we really need to think long and hard about how we judge things and have less bias in our hearts and minds. Now, this was a super impromptu video. I was going to let you know, I wasn't really meant to go into detail with anything like that, but I'm going to be talking about stuff just like this in more detail than this. This was just like I'm actually headed out in a second. Right? But I want to say peace and love. There's going to be more to come. It's going to be a great year, powerful year. And yeah, I'm loving it. The setup's going to keep getting better and better, by the way. It's going to get better and better. But I actually quite like it like this, nice and empty and clean. Nice and clean. But guys, it's lovely to see you. I can't wait to see more of you. And I can't wait for you guys to see more of me. Not in a weird way. Don't get any weird ideas. All right. But yes, peace and love. Mwah.